The country have commended the Kenya Kwanza government and the Azimio la Umoja coalition leaders for heeding in the advice of Kenyans and agreeing to dialogue. And as Eric Matika reports, the religious leaders have called on representatives of opposition or opposing political parties in the country who are currently in dialogue with each other to focus on the good of the country and to be mindful of the scores of lives that were in the country's protracted protests.
With just days to the start of the talks between the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya and the government, religious leaders in the country have lauded the move, saying it has brought a sense of peace and tranquility in the country. The clergy drawn from the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops, the National Council of Churches and the Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims say that Kenyans have in the last few days breathed a sigh of relief that came with the cessation of protests in the country.
The absence of toxic political bickering has accorded citizens a chance to reflect on their lives and to resume livelihood activities. The success of the talks will assure the hearts of Kenyans who have been wounded in body and spirit.
The religious leaders have called upon the members of the dialogue teams to wholly focus on the good of Kenya, noting that prosperity, peace and joy in the country is dependent on unity.
We believe that it is important for the immediate political crisis to be resolved, and that is where the BAMBA talks comes in.
We call for a multi-sectoral approach to national and county-level dialogue processes where the voices of all Kenyans are heard.
At the same time, believers of the Islamic religion have received the Chief Qadi Abdul Halim Hussein at the Masjid Mosque, who has called for unity among Kenyans of all religions.
Na mambo ambayo katika hizi dini zote yanashirikiana. Utakuta dini nyingi malengo yao ni ya amani, ya maendeleo, ya mshikamano, tuna mahusiano.
As the preparations for the talks are underway, the religious leaders have called on the leaders chosen to carry out the dialogue to seek a solution that will maintain peace in the country. Eric Matika, TV 47, Nairobi.